I'm gonna be honest with you guys, when I saw Josh Giddey drafted by the Thunder with the 6th overall pick, I was a little surprised. I thought, maybe there was a possible chance that he was taken a little too high. I don't know a whole lot about Australian basketball. However, one of my good friends told me that Josh Giddey was really good, and I was like, okay, maybe he's hyping him because you're from Australia. However, it turns out he might have been right. Now, when it comes to Rookie of the Years, a lot of you guys have probably been hearing either Evan Mobley or Cade Cunningham. However, I want to talk about Josh Giddey because I think he should be Rookie of the Year. And it's kind of crazy to me how no one is talking about Josh Giddey as a possible contender for the Rookie of the Year. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about why Josh Giddey is the most underrated Rookie of the Year candidate. And I also want to talk about the fact that even if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year, I still want to talk about his development and how it's going to be very important for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, of course, before I get into the content, if you guys could leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new with notifications on, I'm trying to hit 100,000 subscribers on this channel by the end of the year. And number two, if you guys could check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/I'mSpex. I try to stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday around 5 to 7 Mountain Standard Time. The link for that will be in the description below, and with all that being said, let's get into the video. Currently, Josh Giddey has plus 2,200 odds to win the NBA Rookie of the Year, which if you did not know is 4th in the NBA, which realistically means that he's not going to be a finalist when it comes to the NBA Rookie of the Year. Now, don't get me wrong, Evan Mobley, Scotty Barnes, and Cade Cunningham are all good candidates, and I'm not doubting that, and I'm not going to take away what they've done. However, we're not going to skip past Josh Giddey like he hasn't done a whole lot this season. Currently, Josh Giddey is averaging 13, 7, and 6 with a true shooting percentage of 47. So obviously, stat-wise, he's not the most impressive player, and not a whole lot of people are really saying that. However, it's what he's brought to the Thunder, and his things that aren't exactly on the stat sheet is what impresses me. For one, I would like to argue he's one of the best passers in the NBA. I mean, if you've seen the passes this man can make, whether it's outlet passes, alley-oops, or even inbound passing, which also explains the fact that the man is averaging about 7 assists per game, and he's not even their primary point guard. Now, I want to go back to NBA Draft Night when they showed this graphic about Josh Giddey's weakness, and it was the infamous meme that shows that he's basically bad at everything about basketball. And while things like his outside shooting and his athleticism, you could definitely argue those are true, I would say Josh Giddey can be a pretty good ball handler. I could say he's a pretty good shot creator, and I would also like to say he's pretty good on ball defense. One of the things I love about Josh Giddey, in fact, is that he's an all-around player. He can't just do one thing, he can do multiple things and do it right. The Oklahoma City Thunder got extremely lucky getting a player like this. He's not exactly your normal typical player, as like I said, these Australian players or overseas players are really known for the fundamentals, and that's what you're gonna get with Josh Giddey. And I gotta say, I gotta give a shout out to 3Cone. He's another NBA YouTuber. He has about 8,000 subscribers, and what I am to the Phoenix Suns is basically what he is to the Oklahoma City Thunder. I haven't really covered the Thunder during this NBA season, which is something I kind of wanted to do because they have a very interesting team. Yes, I know statistically they're one of the worst teams in the NBA. However, this team is built for the future, and what Sam Presti is building over there is definitely something special. And I don't really see anyone on YouTube actually talking about the Thunder except 3Cone, who, like I said, is basically the ambassador on NBA YouTube for the Thunder. I'm gonna put his link in the description below if you're a Thunder fan, you want to check out his video, or if you just want to see more NBA content creators. I definitely recommend him. He's someone I definitely like to watch, and I think you'll enjoy his content. Now, I know there were some true Australian basketball fans or Oklahoma City fans that knew who Josh Giddey was from his NBL days. They're like, oh my god, this is such a good pick. But a lot of people, including myself, really didn't know if it was good. I knew ideally there was no way Giddey would fall out of the number 10 spot, because out of every single mock draft I saw, he was going at least top 5, top 6, maybe top 8. So it only really made sense that Giddey was going to go to a team like the Thunder, who love their tall guards. I mean, Josh Giddey is just the Sam Presti type of player that he would want to draft. Now, my question for Thunder fans is, what do you guys think Josh Giddey's ceiling is? Because a lot of people are saying maybe like Lamelo Ball or a taller version of Ricky Rubio. Essentially, he's a really good playmaker that's athletic and can do a lot of different things as a guard. However, his shooting is a little lackluster. However, we all know that NBA players can improve their jumpers, so think about it. In maybe 2 to 3 seasons, Josh Giddey can be a consistent 3-point shooter. So I won't lie, if Josh Giddey had a really good jumper, or at least a consistent jumper for that matter, do you guys think he would be the best rookie in this draft class by a wide margin? Because when I see Josh Giddey, I see a version of Lamelo Ball, just not as flashy. And that might be a little bit of a hot take to some people, but I'm basically trying to get the playmaking ability of Lamelo, because Lamelo is a scorer, don't get me wrong. However, he's a pass-first guard. Some of you guys may look at Melo and see, the cool dunks, the cool passes, and I'm talking like the alley-oops and stuff like that, and all these different things. However, I see the playmaking, and I don't necessarily mean passes that are like turning to alley-oops or or highlights. I'm trying to say passes that you see NFL quarterbacks make. So when I compare Lamelo Ball and Josh Giddey, I'm mainly trying to get at the playmaking part, not necessarily the scoring, because if Josh Giddey could score and had a consistent jumper, he would easily be the best rookie of this draft class. And I know guys like Evan Mobley, Cade Cunningham, Scotty Barnes, some people are even saying Franz Wagner. However, Giddey has the best playmaking ability in this draft. Let's talk about that. He is the best rebounding guard in this draft. Those are things that I am certain when I'm talking about Josh Giddey. And we all know the Oklahoma City Thunder are building for the future, and Josh Giddey is one of those players that I think in the future, if he can work on his game, he's gonna be just fine. He's shooting about 26% from the three-point line this year, so maybe in about 2 to 3 seasons, we could bump that up to 32. Or maybe he's even shooting above average, around 36 to 37%. I know it's a crazy projection, however, I feel like the Thunder have been really good at trying to develop their players. Now, something that I think is very interesting is Josh Giddey has won Rookie of the Month 4 times. Oh, and did I mention it was consecutively? I know that's not that big of a deal, but it's just stuff like that that I want to point out, because I think we can all agree that Josh Giddey is the best rookie when it comes to the Western Conference. But unfortunately for Giddey, there are so many talented rookies in the East, and the top 3 candidates all play in the East. Now, even though I showed you his stats earlier on in the video, I'd like to point out that he's right there with most of the Rookie of the Year candidates. So realistically, he has the stats for Rookie of the Year, and he's definitely shown that he's capable of being a top player in this rookie class. And a fun fact for you guys, 9 out of the last 10 Rookie of the Year players have been guards. So I mean, I guess the odds are possibly in Josh Giddey's favor. However, we have to point out some unfortunate things, like number 1, the NBA media does not talk about the Oklahoma City Thunder. I mean shit, NBA YouTube's not even really covering the Thunder besides 3Cone. Also, Josh Giddey is currently injured and he could miss a lot of time. And just like the MVP, when a Rookie of the Year candidate misses a lot of time, it could honestly cost him the award. And like I mentioned earlier, with no NBA media coverage, who's gonna talk about Josh Giddey? Because I haven't seen any talk show really bring him up. The only video I'm finding that's talking about Josh Giddey from a big news network is when ESPN talked about him becoming the youngest player to ever record a triple-double. But this wasn't from First Take or even Jalen and Jacoby. This was from Sports Nation, which is basically the show that's on when you go to Sports Clips. No disrespect to Sports Clips, but god damn it, I hated seeing that show on there. It's like asking your parents for food and they buy the store brand one. Like, yeah, it does the purpose. It technically is that food. However, it's the cheaper version that no one really buys unless it's on sale. Just like Sports Nation. All jokes aside, no NBA media is really talking about Josh Giddey, so that's one of the reasons why I think it's gonna be hard for him to even get any consideration for Rookie of the Year or even be a finalist. The possibilities for him winning Rookie of the Year are very slim and the odds are almost next to nothing. However, I think he's capable of doing it. He has the skills for it, he's a very valuable player, and most importantly, he is the sexiest TikToker in the NBA. Breathe, breathe. Don't tell me to breathe. Yo, bring me a shot. Bring me a shot. All jokes aside, I love Josh Giddey. I think he's very talented. He's one of my favorite rookies to watch, and I think the Oklahoma City Thunder got a really talented prospect on their hands, and I think in the near future, Josh Giddey is going to be one of the more important players on that team, as if he already isn't.